Bonjour and welcome to my channel. Today I want to build an enclosure for that device. This is a scope. I'm going to leave the link for that device in the description. It helps me to analyze the waveforms of my electronic projects. I also bought this extension port where I can connect probes when I analyze electronic circuits, so I need a probe to make it work. The problem here is I need a screen, I need a program to run, and this is going to be available only when I have a laptop. But this laptop is an old one, and when I'm doing my electronic projects, the laptop is already busy running the code. So to help me, I need some kind of external monitor. And I discovered that I can buy a Raspberry Pi on which I can run the software to analyze the electronic circuit. Let's pause a minute to talk about the device that you saw in the video, the Digilent Discovery 2. This device is a 2-channel oscilloscope. It's a logic analyzer, it's a network analyzer, a spectrum analyzer. It does a lot of very important things for me. You also have to know that I bought this board. It's a BNC adapter, and I also bought 2 BNC probes because it's very useful for me. Lastly, I found on this website that I can run the software on a Raspberry Pi 4, and that's why I bought the Raspberry Pi to run the software on a small screen. So let's go back to the main video. The problem is I have another component to store on my bench when I'm working, and there are too many things on it. We must not forget that we need to power up everything, and if I need to analyze a protocol, I need some kind of external wiring over everything that is already in place. So I really need kind of an enclosure to store all the components in a small and compact enclosure, so I can use it on the bench without having all these devices flying around, and still be able to store the probes when I don't need them. So this is today's goal. Let's begin with Fusion 360. Okay, my design is based on this part that I found on Thingiverse. I'm gonna leave the link in the description. Then I represent the device with this yellow block. The other part have not been drawn. This is an opening to allow me to connect the external wiring. This is the Raspberry Pi with the plastic enclosure at a 45-degree angle. I designed the base and the top as 2 separate parts, so I can print them separately and screw them with brass terminals that I intend to fuse inside the casing, as you can see here. And if you follow me on my channel, you know that I like to create enclosures with kind of a retro look. So this is the casing that I intend to build. So let's do it. Notice that the plastic is white and the enclosure at the end will be black because I painted it. Another thing is my printer had a small problem with the filament, so I lost something like 3 millimeters. It wasn't printed correctly, but at the end I was able to manage the error by gluing the 2 parts together. I was supposed to screw it, but finally I glue it. It's okay. Here I prepared 4 switches to replace the jumpers that are on the BNC board. And here we have it, a brand new tool ready to be used. Let's start the operating system to see if everything's working well. Yeah,
I like the angle of the screen, it's very easy to work with. I even have a small hole for the pen. Okay, a brand new tool that I will be able to use more easily than ever. Yeah. Notice that the BNC board has 4 small jumpers on it, and I replaced these jumpers by these small switches. It's much easier. And finally, I have access to connect the strip of wires in front of it in case I have to analyze the protocol. And if I don't, I can store it in the enclosure. Everything is working perfectly. I'm very satisfied. So this concludes the video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. And if so, please subscribe to my channel if it's not already done. Share it and see you next time. Bye!